today. Cool. Awesome. A little bit of what we're doing is thinking about, can design solve a future dilemma? Take a pause on that. Um, a little bit about myself. I'm Vidal. I'm a product designer and AI specialist at Cargo. I've been working in Cargo for 4 years, working with different like we're within an ad agency. A shout out to wait, who mentioned that they work in ads? I think Zanib. We're practically in the same industry. I worked in within mobile ads as well as climbing into the CTV platforms as well as self-serving tools. Um, I studied in information systems, digital media, didn't like coding, went to design, jumped into Flatiron School's product designing during what is this, COVID? But then after I got into cargo later on, it was a great opportunity for them to let me like really stretch my goals into design. Now I'm here. Definitely, I love innovating, showcasing new types of ideas, and I love workshops. And this is where we're jumping in. Today, we're going to set up the stage, do a prompt on what the challenge is going to be about. The activity session should be about 15 minutes. So 15 minutes of drawing and designing and thinking of different concepts. And then fourth, we'll be showcasing other concept ideas about the problem and how they solved it and showcase the current solution. And last but not least, we'll do the closing. So setting up the stage. I don't know if you guys heard about this place called Waste Isolation Pilot Plant. Raise your hands if you ever heard of this. No, perfect. So because this is it's in New Mexico, as we all know, uh United States has a lot of what is this nuclear waste and tools are used. I don't know if you know, radiation, every time you touch anything that's radiation, so imagine has a radiation, you touch it with a tool, that tool has radiation, and then your hand has radiation, so the gloves and everything just spreads, like Chernobyl. And a little bit of that, in order to make it safe, they store everything in one specific spot, which is in these barrels, as you can see. Their idea is to isolate all of these contaminated items in one specific spot, which is this waste isolation plant. It's a cave that's encased with salt. Um, Years later, that cave will just emerge and entomb all of these casings years after and wait to keep to hold all of that radiation. So one thing, a little tidbit, what if you get exposed to radiation, there's a lot of long-term effects and health defects and just all around bad things happen to like humans, animals, and wildlife. Because of this, there's a proposal in the 1990s. They invited um, architects, artists, smart people just like yourselves to really, let's read it off, the knowledge necessary to develop a marker system or a sign that will remain operational during the performance, the periods of time of 10,000 years. It could be found across many of our traditional disciplines and studies. For this reason, they're trying to create a design, a marker system to let people know to stay away from this type of location or find a way or a method to let people like stay away. So that's mainly the setting of the problem and context for this activity. I want to propose everyone in this room. It seems that we have a small, solid group. I think it's great we don't need it. Letitia, do you think we need a team or just
We
let
can do
everyone
just two teams
two
or
teams? Up to
max
you.
two teams.
Max of two teams.
Depending on if they are if they're comfortable to do it breakout rooms.
Okay. Um, Raise your hand if you are comfortable in doing breakout rooms. The concept is to work together as a team to think of an idea and sketches on to create that marker system to tell future humans to stay away in this pilot plan. Okay, we got some two. Awesome.
I think
Last
we
but
can
not
do.
least. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah, I'm
it.
okay. Just couldn't find the raise the hand.
Perfect.
Same.
I don't know
Struggle.
if Fernando, I think Fernando's still at work and he's just listening in, so I don't want to force him to do too much stuff. But for now, let's do team A and team B. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna share you a fig jam so everyone could see. Where's the chat button? Sorry, it's 8 o'clock here at my time, so boom. Okay. Does anyone see in the chat? You could click to it. Let me know if you're having trouble getting to this fig jam. So, let me share my screen. Let me uh, hide that so you guys don't see what's happening. So right here, look at that. Um, Ignore this. This is just me for me. This little bit context through the power of AI. Sorry, guys. Again, I really promise not to use AI, but the context here is that some reminders: nuclear waste remains dangerous for 10,000 years. Find a way to create or design or draw a way to tell people not to go there. Challenge is fun things right here. And yeah, any questions before I do the timer and do some a nice cute.
Um, I do the question, but I wanted to leave people to ask.
Yeah, any questions? No one's confused?
I am actually.
Okay, go.
So, is someone talking?
Oh, sorry, I was going to have one curious question in the challenge. I was wondering, like, if you can elaborate on like fear, myth, or intuition be more effective than logic. Like, yeah, that question I'm a little confused with.
Because that's confusing, I'll take that out. Ta-da!
Okay.
Did that help you out?
Your team
Yeah.
has.
Awesome, great question.
You can delete the challenge part, please.
Oh yeah, sure. The challenge is I'm inviting you guys to create a symbol or a marker of to tell people to not go, to stay away of the nuclear waste plant without any modern language. Because I don't know if you guys know, modern languages will change, or language in general changes. So this is something to think about. What's the best way to communicate to someone from the future to stay away? And
Okay.
that's
I think we can break out rooms and start asking in case debating as a team.
Yeah, this could be about 15 minutes for now, and then 15 minutes is part of the 15 minutes is you debating and drawing.
Okay.
And you don't have to make Picasso or Da Vinci drawings. I can't even do that. So feel free to, I'll do this, I'll start the time now.
I will create the breakout rooms now.
Awesome. Appreciate the support.
Mhm.
15. And we'll check in also if you guys need a few more minutes. Let's do some cute lo-fi beats.
There is another person joining.
Oh, sweet. Um, Hi, Della. Is that how we can imagine?
For the future?
Yeah,
Right.
that's what I understood too, like something more graphic rather than using words or a message.
Okay. Because I have one drawing idea. It's Kind of interesting if, and how can I share the drawing? Do I have to take a picture and put it on the Big Jam?
Yeah, I think maybe we need to do that once we
I will
have our
go
idea.
team. I will put team 2 here. This is going to be our ones. Okay. If we need to increase this one, because I think I have a lot of questions though. Like, you may have something done in your mind, Sita, but I wanted to like, what is gonna make people in the future understand a symbol? A symbol could be like a number, it could be a letter, it could be a signature,
Yeah. I,
just
I was also thinking, because it sounds a lot like visual and graphic, but what happens with people with disabilities? Like we need to keep this accessible, I guess. So if it's just visual, like
accessible
how,
for future humans. I mean,
right? So if they, let's say, are blind or something, how can they still like find the message, right?
this is gonna be a boy.
Maybe we have like a both a visual and then some accessibility features that could also be a voice. But I'm also thinking like well, it could go both ways. After 10,000 years, it's either technology has progressed so much that maybe eye surgery, whatever, like is made to recover sight or like any other organ failure in human body. Or it could go the other way around where we have regressed and have gone back towards like very primitive ways of human beings. So yeah.
Yeah.
And also, it could depend on the future adaptability of new technologies. So the adaptability, like how adaptive will they be with a brand new technology in the future? That's also something to consider.
So here the problem itself is that there is waste isolation pilot plan in Mexico. There's nuclear problems in here that people has to be far away from that part, and we have to communicate. Do not dig here. This place is dangerous because there are like nuclear problems, and that's the thing.
Yep. I mean, I think so.
Okay. Vidal, you mentioned something. Okay.
Okay.
My take on this, and let me know if you guys agree that like the symbol has to be something that is so close to the human being, something so organic, almost like if we use the shape of a person, just like how cavemen used to draw people working or like animals, probably like a shape of a person saying like no, don't come here, or even something like a skull, I think could be universal, like a skull kind of represents death.
I will need to go with
Oh.
Tamara because Tamara is alone in her team.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like we accidentally put Tamara by herself. I don't know.
I think I put you with her. It wasn't immediately
Oh,
like random
okay.
how Zoom is doing. So, hi Tamara, sorry about that. Maybe I can work with you since we have maybe 3 here, like Vidal, you and me,
Yeah.
and because we have connected 2 people. That's why he ended up you being alone, Tamara.
No worries, I get the cool group. No
Awesome.
complaining.
I think I
What's
am
your
super glad I connect with you because I don't know what I'm doing.
what's your thoughts? What's your thoughts, everyone?
My thoughts, I mean, to myself, I need to think on what's going to happen in 10,000 years from now. What is going to happen in technology? I believe myself that technology has to be a number one thing for sharing any information to be advertised or whatever is going to happen in future. So instead of symbol or a system, like a symbol or anything that normally people like follow today, will be a completely different when it's dangerous. For example, a person in a, I don't know, like 3D dimension element could be talking and say, "Hey, no, don't do that," kind of thing. Well, it can interact with you and see how far you are to get into the dangerous situation or the dangerous place.
Like that idea too. That's interesting.
So I can see technology playing a huge role in here, while like understanding how far the person is getting into dangerous zone and preventing and acting according to how dangerous that. That's what I can think about.
What's
Tamara,
your there
Um,
are
what's
you
your thought?
Me?
yeah,
Yes.
what do you have in mind?
Um, so many things. First of all, I was thinking not only the challenge will be recognizing symbols that we currently use 1,000 years later, but also what are some materials that will also persist and
Mhm.
retain, like remain still intact enough to read them? What are we writing this on? But then I was also thinking, what were the ways that people alerted each other 1,000 years ago that we still recognize? So then I was thinking about what are some inherent fears that humans have, because no matter how much we advance, I think we just remain humans. So that's kind of where I am now. Like, what is something that inherently just makes you so scared that you don't want to go there?
We're saying all the right questions, and I feel like you read this presentation already, but keep going.
I feel
This
like
is
because they've
But I don't
been
have any answers.
that's that's the best part. Like you're asking the most interesting, like pretty spot on questions. I think the huge one was the material to what defines fear. Yeah, so let's keep going. So let's go for which one do you want to attack first or tackle? Is the materials or is it the what defines fear as a human? You know, like how
I
can
feel
you
like it kind of goes together too. I was thinking, like, is it a sign that scares us, or do we naturally just not want to go to this place because something's weird about it? So
Mhm.
what's weird about it is what scares us. And I was thinking things like we don't like fire, we don't like smoke, we don't like animal sounds, everything that screams danger. Sorry, I talked over you, Disha.
no, I talked to on top of you. I did that. Um, what I was thinking on that perspective is that thinking in future, people are not only gonna continue like absorbing the symbols that today and forever it was the same symbol for dangerous or informative or like but also they will apply some movements in the way they will communicate. There is not going to be like a static element in future. That's what
Yeah.
I think of
Yeah.
in terms of movement. For example, if we talk about accessibility, there's going to be a visual element plus a voice talking to you and someone moving like for different material, plastic.
That could be something
I
too.
was thinking of like what's the hardest to break down. Um,
True.
I'm gonna look up what has I saw this graph recently that showed like different materials and their longevity, and I thought that was really interesting, but I don't remember.
Because you work in a mining company. You should know this. I'm just joking. So
We just break rock. We work with rock only.
this is perfect.
But yeah, you
That's
have more
crazy.
material than what I have, which is digital.
Uh, okay, cool. We have 4 minutes. If you could think of like a symbol or like a concept, I think this is I can't wait to show you
Please.
guys the other people's ideas.
What do you have in mind, Tamara, as a material? Plastic, you think?
I was thinking that, but now I'm reading about it, and glass
I
takes the
can
longest. But
I will put here like three-dimensional. Is dimension 3D?
And that's true. Like I'm thinking what materials we currently have, but like should we be looking into innovating to create materials that don't break down? But then that's scary because we don't want more materials that don't break down.
Yeah, that sounds like another radiation.
Glass takes 1 million years, so we're safe.
Too bad. But is it durable?
Mm,
Glass, it takes a while, but that one cute hurricane or one cute rain, durable. These are so fun concepts.
You
I
can
love
use
these.
glass. You can use glass to represent or to show the hologram. The hologram.
Ooh, I like that one too. That's a good.
Did you
I
see?
think
Mm.
we'd have to think about what powers the hologram, and that's where my knowledge just falls short
I
because I
think.
don't know.
Sorry, again. Repeat that, Tamara.
Because we have to power that hologram somehow, and what is it that powers it that lasts that long?
10,000 years.
Solar light
Yeah.
panels.
There, you could solar panels could get pretty dusty, and someone got to clean them. And we're trying to keep people away from that location. If someone keeps coming there clean, they're gonna have radiation.
So that's gonna last for.
Be hard.
Yeah, in dimensional hologram is gonna work only in dark mode, not in light mode.
Light mode. That's a
It's
good.
not gonna work that much, so maybe it's not gonna work.
I,
Um,
are you thinking like Blade Runner type of vibe? I'm thinking of Blade Runner, like those hologram things. Keeps coming in.
I'm thinking actually what I have in my mind is
Go
the
1 minute.
Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley. I don't know if you see that series. The hologram, there was a CEO did an hologram of himself talking to an engineer. It was hilarious. And the fun thing was that the intern was getting off. The intern is like, oh my fuck. He got it out. So the hologram started like not working well. So you better watch that. That's super fun.
Yeah, definitely show us the thing.
Mm.
I think we can stop doing the break room. Oh,
Okay.
cool. Everyone's gonna start adding their information and jot down their stuff. Is this the main room? Oh, I keep forgetting. I don't know how to break room.
Oh, I can break the main room.
Yeah.
Close our rooms. I will join and let them know.
Yeah.
Guys, I will close the breakout rooms and we are gonna gather in the main room. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
See you later.
I'm muted. Hello. Hello, everyone. How did everyone do? How does everyone feel? We have a small group, so feel free to just unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think it was a good exercise just to not be alone in the computer,
Right?
developing the ideas. Yeah,
Right?
felt nice and refreshing.
Good. Good to hear. That's why I was very like I was so into this with like drawings and then if you had time to draw. This is really good for like I would like you guys to feel free to take this idea and spread it around the world and do it to your teams as well. It's a great workout exercise for teams and design teams specifically, I think, or just anyone that's interested in doing outside of the box. Ooh, this is a great time for us to showcase or wants to share. You guys want to do one more minute to put your things together, or you guys are ready?
We should draw. We
Or
did
draw?
maybe tomorrow.
Who's team A and
More
team?
time.
I love this team A and team two. This is good. Um,
Supposed to be team one. Team one is Tamara, myself, and then the team two it's the other.
this is
Yeah.
awesome. Cool. I heard one more minute, so I'll just do one more minute to collect yourselves. Someone's
Do you want
some
us to draw whatever we put?
yeah. You could draw and then explain. Quick sketch. Nothing too
Okay.
crazy.
Let me just open my sketch. Tamara, you are doing it? Tamara?
Yeah, I'll try. I'll see if I
Okay.
can come up with something.
Give me more time. I'm
Yeah, I'll do 2 minutes.
okay, thanks.
Dos. Beautiful. See people drawing. Awesome. Who would like to go first? Or should I do voluntold? I'll do a voluntold. Right here. I will choose a sacrificial lamb. Uh, Zenib, would you like
Yeah.
to? This is your floor. Feel free to let us know. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was going more for something like simple iconography that feels very close to the human, uh, like bones or skulls. That could also mean death. And the reason behind that is like even in 10,000 years, like even if I mean, unless there are other species inhabiting Earth, um, if we use anything that is close to the human body, it will always be understood as like danger and related to death. And yeah, just going for something that is easy to recognize and guess, no matter what technology we'll be using. Something visual like this could be easy to recognize. And yeah, I discussed that with the team, and we were all aligning on this kind of direction.
I love that. That's awesome. Who was in your team?
There's a drawing also by my
Right.
teammate
So,
Sita and Ariana.
all right. I'll move on this one.
Yep, I added that one. It's as Zainab, sorry, if I'm
Yeah.
pronouncing that. Yeah, so close to that, like a basic and simple idea of relying on symbols that have been around like humans for a long time, and that is one of those. It's always like represented by a skull, or that's symbolism of like the remains of a human. So that could have an impact on what will be like the result of at least what also Zainab was mentioning on danger too, that idea, and also the thought of having, even if there's like more technology or new things that have been developed around, like I don't know, VR or other things that could happen in the future, still rely on more simple ideas, like could be adding a stone or something that's gonna also endure like nature, and depending on where this is gonna be like placed. So that's why I added like the whole scenery there. So that's the end at the end of the road is that part of the nuclear plant or something. I thought like around that, and then all that road could have like those markers. They could also include sound or something to keep it accessible too. It's not only visual. So there are some other things to also, I guess, communicate with people from different backgrounds and um, capabilities, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much like my
Good work. No, this is
little
good.
sketch there.
Oh, I like this. Anything to add, Sita? I hope
So sorry, my drawing was not able to be uploaded on FigJam because my computer was loading really slow.
no worries. Once you get it, feel free to jump in. If not, we can definitely come back.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll need a little more time to put it in.
All right. Cool. And we move to tomorrow and Letitia.
That's me. Yeah, go tomorrow or
No, go ahead. I actually don't have anything to show.
okay, okay. So my idea was kind of futuristic in thinking that this is happening 10,000 years from now. I think the symbols are not going to be static anymore. I think the elements are going to be a lot of moving elements and people talking in the street for different reasons. And I think this could be a good option. I can see that there is on the back, there is the kind of a reflector. This is the glass where the hologram will start showing up. And there's going to be a person talking to you directly. There's going to be a person to person conversation per se with the advertising or the message to the person. And I don't know if that's correct or not, but I just imagine a red circle on the back representing the dangers of the message. And since this is going to be a moving element, or I don't know if to say ad or not, or message.
Mhm.
But the people is gonna start like this person is gonna start like talking to you and understanding how dangerous or how close you are to the dangerous zone, and change the symbols or change the tone or change the conversation with you to make you stop and not to come closer to the dangerous place. And what else? And I mean, another things that I was thinking is like maybe in the future we have internet for everyone, for everywhere, for free. So why not to think that internet is not gonna broke
There you go.
anymore?
I love the optimism of the technology that we have because I'll dive in later. But cool. Great work. Tamara, do you want to add anything? Because Tamara.
I don't think so. Thank you.
But I would like to call out on what Tamara did. Sorry, Tamara, I'm gonna just keep talking about you. So cool things that Tamara did brought up was the questions for like all UX designers or product designers. not just seeing a context and problem, you have to ask more questions rather than just jumping into certain solutions. One cool thing that Tamara did brought up was like what could the marker should be like certain visuals, the type of material that need to think about. I really like the concept of like she mentioned this when we were discussing it, what means like what does fear mean to us? Because we're trying to implement the feeling of fear to the humans. Like what is a symbol of fear, you know? So that's just something that to think about. One big thing. So I do appreciate everyone's work with the whole skulls, because that is fear. That's always associated to fear. Now, head back to Sita. Is that uh is it okay that you could jump in, Sita?
Yes.
Uh,
So based on what I saw, I mean, what my thoughts would be in the future is like what my team said, when it comes to like being exposed to radiation, how it can harm your body and even lead to death. I know there was a show called Chernobyl, if you've seen,
mhm.
but the idea is there could be different levels of radiation exposure that people might face in the future. And depending how that becomes communicated, there might be like a tech poster or a message on a futuristic phone or a watch to inform people when they step into that environment, warning you're exposed to some percentage level of radiation. So that could be like each level right here could be, for example, if there's two skulls, it could be maybe 20 to 40% radiation. And what are the symptoms that you may face?
I love that.
Three skulls could be this amount of radiation and the other symptoms you may face. So
Cool.
that was one idea, is to provide like indications of radiation that each person might be exposed. And then also putting like maybe a warning sign right next to the location of this radiation environment to warn that, hey, it'll be dangerous if you step in there, or otherwise, if you step in there, you get exposed, which could possibly lead to death in future.
So great work. You guys were really like practically top notch on the presentation I'm going to show you. So because of the amount of time, I'm going to speed up the presentation because I want to showcase the other ones. Cool. Great work. If you have any questions, feel free to chime in. And back to the show. A little bit. Congratulations. Cross and skulls and crossbones were actually described as one of the ideas in one of the scientists. I think Carl Sagan mentioned it, saying like, "Oh, just add a bunch of skulls." But the other problems that needs to be discussed is languages and symbols do change throughout our lives. Before skulls were indicating to death and actually life as well, because the skulls were actually depicted in the rebirth of Jesus Christ. So people thought that skull is actually the next life. So they were kind of positive, but then it went negative once there was like pirates. And then people started using it. Also, like Nazis are using it from one of their emblems. So then it became more negative, but then other like rock bands are using skulls, and then even though skulls are negatives and skulls were used as one of like a symbol of poison, we still wear clothes and skulls. Like we drink out of energy drinks with skulls, we eat candy with skulls. And the joke here, even though this is misspelled, is I don't know about you guys, certain like words, it's like saying like, oh, I'm so dead, you're like saying that you're laughing. So it's like a positive. So there's like a lot of words and languages and symbols do change depending on the skulls. So just a little bit. I'm not, it's like it's so interesting to see that. And also storytelling, going back to what Sita said, that maybe The radiation could be the symbol could be a comic book. Maybe someone is once you're going there from bottom to left, bottom to left, bottom to top to bottom, you showcase the death of someone touching the radiation, like from here, reading from here, and then someone gets sick. But the problem is, what happens if the past human reads from bottom to top? Then they'll look at it as a symbol of the fountain of youth. So that's wrong. There's like a lot of concepts that you have to think about. Another one, I love this tapping into Tamara's idea on what depicts fear. Like someone brought it out. Like I think his name is Mike Brill. He proposed to create scary spires in from the ground on like to make it look creepy and scary that future humans will be like, oh my God, that's weird. We shouldn't go there. But another idea was the reason to make it too weird, humans are actually pretty curious as well. So when you think about it, humans were like, oh, have you seen the future humans would be like, have you seen all these spires? They're gonna start creating hotels next to it, and then now you're going to the opposite of fearing people. People are gonna see this as more of a vacation place, even though it has like radiation. So that's a bad one idea too. Um, this is the cool one. This is the mythical and logical idea. This is a funny one. Um, Two philosophers said, like, what happens if we create genetically modified cats that only glows when it is close to radiation? So like a natural Geiger counter. And there's a joke or a song that goes around that says that if a cat changes its color, run away. And it becomes like a myth. It becomes a story. The most biggest thing that could pass down through years right now, through human history, is stories and legends, stories from like Greek mythology. Still, this day is still talked about. Just think if there's like a myth that talked about if a cat changes its color, that means we have to run away from that place. So this is one proposal of these two philosophers. It was super funny, and then they created a song. I'll show it later. It's just a funny song, but then the current one the current solution that's brought up is this one. It's actually close to what Tamara even brought up. The material. The material is stone. It's etched in stone currently because it's the most current uh durable type of like material that could last for a while. And they're using six UN languages that could like warn people about radiation, and one of the language is Navajo because that's in the area of New Mexico. And certain descendants will just either read through what is like it's gonna be like the Rosetta Stone of the future. So that's the current solution. The reason why they started using this type of solution for now is because no, the government itself doesn't want to invest a lot of money for something that's 10,000 years in the making. How about we just fix the problem now and stop making radiation material and making it worse? So there's like a lot of conversation in that. But cool. Thank you. Thank you for participating in this. We're almost out of time, but just a heads up, I'm gonna put this to the floor to Letitia for any thoughts, comments about the UX Launchpad.
Yeah.
Sorry for the speed up because I felt like we had so much fun in the
No, it was so much fun. I really enjoyed. I think I went to the moon with my ideas and I love futuristic ideas. Great. Thank you everyone for your time. Vidal, leave here your LinkedIn profile so people can reach out to you.
I'll put that
Oh,
right now while you're talking.
okay. So I a little bit of announce that I have to do here. I don't know if you guys remember that we have done some design challenge before. So now we changed the name to Launchpad, and we are bringing businesses to work with the participants, with the members. So these businesses are small businesses, MVP level or IDA level. They have a minimum knowledge in UX, and we're bringing students and whoever wants to build a better real case study in their portfolio. This is a time where you can work with them directly. There's Vidal as our mentor. Myself and Padma will be doing the role of a manager, where we make sure that both of you are online. Sorry, not online. Aligned.
Aligned.
Aligned businesses and participants, or business and the team itself. So personally, we have done this multiple times, and the last time it was really successful. 30% of our participants got hired, got an internship, continue working with the business, which is a good thing for us, for people who's just started. I know you will have people here like already working and with experience, which is good. But if you have any other students, a fresh grad who wants to land in the job industry, send the word out, and or you can connect with me as well and learn more about that. What I really like about that is it's not only like this fake project, it's a real project where they will work with real businesses, and they will learn from the experience itself what it means to work as a UX. It's not just like like students, or like for universities or boot they just teach you the technical stuff, but then when they get graduated, when they just start looking for a job, they figure out they cannot get internships, or they cannot get interviews at all, because they don't have the soft skills. They don't know, like, unfortunately, they don't know how to work, they don't know how to communicate, they don't know when to talk and when to ask questions, how often to talk with the business. They don't show their authority. They just don't know how to use the normal tools that we use, linear or Notion, or all those minimum uh tools that for us might be super normal. But yeah, basically what we do is we want to keep pushing this, uh, and bringing more students to learn a real UX project, right? Yeah. So if you hear anybody, like, we're closing registration for October 27, which is a Monday. If you have someone to refer, or if you wanted to participate, I know most of you are working. But yeah, I will appreciate if you spread the word on what you are doing and helping these awesome people to land their job. That's all for me.
Last but not least, I didn't think about this idea.
Mm.
Definitely I got it from, I don't know if any of you heard of 99% Invisible. Show of hands. You listen to that.
Yeah, I love that podcast. Yeah.
I love the podcast too so much.
What is that?
And
Yeah.
I got that from 10,000 Years podcast. If you listen to it now, it's literally I turn it into a presentation, and then I turn it into a workshop. So super cool. Definitely watch that again or listen to it again. It's gonna be super cool. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll share this YouTube video also before I forget.
What is that, the podcast you mentioned?
99% Invisible by Roman Mars. Hold on. There's Yep. I'm gonna share this to the chat also. This is the funny video also about, or like funny song on once, like to make sure people knows that if a cat changes color, you should run away. So I just heard it too much. I don't want to hear it anymore. So but yeah, 99% Invisible the
I
podcast.
will.
Really cool, very informational, fun, like nerd out design oriented type of people. Yeah, feel free to chat up. I also work with a lot of AI stuff recently. If you have any questions in regards to ChatGPT, I know too much about it, unfortunately. So, yeah, cool.
Thank you, everyone.
Talk to you soon. Have a good day, guys. Thank you for
Yeah.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you all.
everyone.
Yeah.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
for organizing. Bye.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have
Thank
fun.
you.
All right,
Bye.
thank you.